Hey channel, Fernando from SkyFi Audio. Well, I recently moved to Miami for the winter and I had the fun experience of putting together a system, a basic system, using components from our shop. As most audiophiles know, it's a lot of fun to move to a new space so you can kind of start over and rethink the whole process. It was fun, it was interesting, and I thought I'd share with you the equipment choices, what the room layout was, and how I landed at this particular system. So hang in there, it's going to be a short video, 5-10 minutes max, I promise not to ramble on. Let's get started. Start by looking at the room. So it's about what I'd call a mid-sized room. It must measure maybe 18 feet wide, 18 feet deep as well. And it's got a mix of hard and soft surfaces. So acoustically, I would say this is about middle of the road. It does have a ceramic, although it looks like wood, it does have a ceramic floor. So it is reflective and obviously tons and tons of glass. But we've got a really nice wood surface here, which helps, and a real nice sort of soft wallpaper throughout. So it's not very echoey, but it's also not a very dead room. For the listening position, it was a pretty obvious choice. We've got a TV up front and then a couch here sitting against the wall. Nice large couch, a nice rug to tame the room a bit. So here is the sitting position, right about here. And a few challenges came right to light. One is that doorway right there. That is a big problem, right? Ideally, I would not have a floor standing speaker here, but I tried a few bookshelves speakers and I could just not get the response that I'm used to. As Klipsch dealers, we like full range sound, so I ended up going for a floor standing speaker. Now we never or very rarely use that room, so it's not that big of a deal. So this worked out just fine. The challenge I had was the depth of this unit. This is a built-in, it's attached to the wall, so there was no opportunity to play with it or slide it out. So I had to pick equipment that wasn't terribly deep, and that eliminated a lot of the Macintosh that I would have gone with. Their stuff tends to be pretty big, heavy, and deep, so that was out. Let's start with the speaker choice. In the Klipsch lineup, this is the smallest speaker they make. This is the Heresy, which is a very, very nice full-range speaker. It's got a big 12-inch woofer and it's ported in the back, so we get really nice bass response out of a fairly diminutive cabinet. Now I could have gone a bit bigger, could have gone into the Fortes, but they would have been above the furniture line, and I think a little bit overpowering for the room. So acoustically, I would have liked the Fortes a bit better because of the larger cabinet, but I'm also balancing the aesthetics here, which is, if you've dealt with us at SkyFi, we pay pretty close attention to when designing a system. So great speaker choice, I'm very happy with it. It's a rock and roll speaker, great dynamics. For turntables, it was an easy choice for me. As a Technics dealer, I absolutely love the Technics lineup. Now, if this were a budget system, I wouldn't have done this particular model. This is the 1200G, which retails at around $4,300. It's a bit pricey. Once you put a good cartridge on it, you're looking at almost $6,000. But I also had in this system for quite a bit, a few months, I had the 1500C, which is a great match for this sort of budget system. Now I realize this is not a small budget, but within this sort of range of stuff we do, this is about the entry level for us. So yes, 1200G could have been a 1500, or even a GR2. The GR2 is about a $20-something hundred turntable. That might have been a better sort of middle of the road choice with a good cartridge, of course. Because I like to use moving coil cartridges, specifically I love this Sumiko Starling on the 1200G, I had to make sure I picked an integrated amp capable of moving coil. So it was a real easy choice to go with this Technics GX70. This is not only an integrated amplifier, it's also a network streamer. So this gets connected to the internet and is able to stream both radio stations and a lot of the most popular streaming services. It's a simple, lightweight, fairly portable one-box solution, which is really what I was looking for. I was looking for simplicity in the system without giving much in terms of sonics. So as you probably know, an integrated amplifier is a single sort of piece solution for a stereo. It contains a preamp, it contains an amplifier, and in this case it goes a bit further and has a streamer built into it. I wanted simplicity and I also wanted to look right within the system, so staying with the old silver look was, I thought, a pretty pleasing solution. This thing retails for about $2,000, and even though it's a pretty low output in terms of power, it's perfect for Klipsch speakers. Klipsch speakers are super, super efficient, so I didn't have to worry about having hundreds of watts sitting here. The Technics did more than an adequate job at driving them, and you typically want to stay low on the power in terms of speakers. You don't want to overwhelm them with hundreds of watts. you tend to lose a little detail and quality, so having a good match in power in relationship to the speaker is important for the right outcome. For those savvy audiophiles, you'll see that you'll notice probably that I've got some redundancy here. Since this is in fact a network streamer, I didn't really quite need to have my HiFi Rose network streamer, but this is my piece. I've had this for a few years, absolutely love it. It's pre-configured with all my stuff in it. It's got all my musical streaming services. It's sort of already customized to my liking, so I travel with this thing wherever I go. RS250, now it's up to the RS250B. This is a wonderful piece. I'll link to this below. I did a quick review on it a year or two ago. So yes, I can stream right from the Technics, and it has quite a bit of streaming services, including internet radio, podcasts, Spotify, Tidal, Deezer, Amazon Music, Qbuzz, FM, Bluetooth, USB optical, HDMI, line 1, line 2, and phono. So this thing is incredibly capable. I especially like it for those that use Spotify. It does, you can connect right to it right from the Spotify app and control its volume right from it, so super convenient. For cables, I used Kimber cable, which is our in-house or sort of our shop preference. I terminated a set of Kimber, I think 4 TCs here to size. And then I'm using the generic cables with this Technique turntable for now. I plan on upgrading those to some Kimber Cable Heroes with WPT connectors. You can see my cable management is far from ideal, this piece being up against the wall and sort of in place and not having any access halls. I had to sort of run it down the top. It doesn't look terrible, but certainly I need to address this at some point. So price-wise, where do we land here? Well, I didn't need quite this many pieces. So let's say we did this without the HiFi Rose streamer. We used the internal streamer to the Techniques, and we did a sort of budget-friendly turntable, the 1500C. We would have been at 4 for the speakers, up to 6, including the Techniques, and then another $1,200 for the turntable. So that's 70, in the 7s. If you want to take it to the level I've got it here, you've got to add another couple grand for the turntable and another couple grand for the streamer, so you'll be pushing over 10. But super pleasing, a great investment in terms of the quality of the stuff and how it'll hold up in the market. And it all just works well together. You can spend a lot of time guessing at it, trying to piece together a system for yourself, but take it from me, this is a wonderful system the way it sits, and I think you'd be pleased with the results if you don't want to spend a ton of time researching. enjoy making these videos. We do them for a self-serving reason. As you can imagine, we do sell all of this stuff. So we sell a ton of Technics turntables. We're pretty top of the line Klipsch heritage dealers. So if we can help you with a project and customize this a bit further, you want a bigger amplifier, a different speaker, give me a holler. I'm Fernando at SkyFi Audio Extension 102. I'd love to discuss it with you, and check out our website at skyfiaudio.com, and you'll see not only these pieces, but hundreds of other ones. I'll link to this turntable, to this amplifier, and to the speaker reviews down below. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.